You are about to enter a dimension not only of chaos and caffeine, but of sirens, sarcasm, and stories too wild to be made up.
A journey into a land with professionalism meets panic and trauma meets twisted humor.
You're moving into a realm of backroom confessions, midnight madness, and things they definitely didn't teach in school.
You just crossed over into the Unhinged Essentials.
Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged Essentials. It is October the 22nd. We're still in the Burr months. It's still October. Halloween is coming.
I'm so excited. I love Halloween.
Pumped. Are you going for anything as Halloween this year?
No, I'm chilling at home. Just, watching the scary movies.
I doubt where you live you get trick-or-treaters.
No.
Yeah, same here.
I think they would be afraid to come out there. It's a little dark.
I feel like I live in a retirement community where I live. We got trick-or-treaters, it'd be like Meemaw with their walker. To like catch her down at the street. Like, please don't fall. Here's some Werthers.
That's awful.
Give them to people. Yeah. Did you know we still buy candy just in case there's trick-or-treaters?
Oh, wow.
But I know they're not coming, so it's all my candy.
It'd be the same at my place. If we bought candy, we'd be eating it.
No, yes. That's the joke when I come home and my spouse is like, "Why did you buy candy?" I was like, "In case we have trick-or-treaters." She goes,
favorite candy.
Yeah, shocker. It's all the candy that you like. From I know. Reese's peanut butter cups is my thing. The holiday ones, because they taste different.
How do they taste different?
Bro, you just got to try. If you get a regular peanut butter cup and then you get one of the holiday cups, especially like the Christmas tree or the Easter egg, it tastes different. It tastes better. There's more of a peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
So you prefer the peanut butter?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I can eat peanut butter on a spoon like it's a lollipop.
Wow.
I love it. Like a natural, because I'm healthy, Jif creamy peanut butter. So Jif, if you're listening,
there's your plug for the week.
Yeah, holla at your boy.
Him's wanting the peanut butter.
Man. So if you went as anything for Halloween this year, what would you do? Like, say if your work had a Halloween, like you could. Oh, do we work on a Halloween?
I know I do.
I think I might. Can we dress up?
I think within limits.
Like I can't come as like a blow up dinosaur.
Probably not. Although that would be funny.
Just sit there and
try to fit through the door.
Sit there as like T-Rex and like, I can't chart. It's not gonna work. Turn on the AI voice thing. How funny would that be to sit down and just turn around and be like, hey. It's just a big dinosaur head. I would have so much fun. So much fun. All right, what would you dress up as at work?
At work?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because if we had no limits,
just put a sheet on and walk around.
Yeah, be a ghost.
Yeah, I don't know what I would.
Or a vampire. A vampire would be fun. You can wear the little teeth and.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We're far enough from Halloween. Let us know, listeners. Actually get on our pages and let us know. Don't tell us in person.
Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram.
Snapchat.
Pages.
Any of them?
Yeah. Chat my snap.
Wherever you can find us, post, please.
Yeah.
Ooh, send pictures.
Yeah. Let us know if y'all are having Halloween parties, what you're doing for Halloween. Like, do you pass out candy to all the diabetics?
DKA for you.
Yeah. Look at where's your insulin. What do you give to the psych patients? Just the wrappers of the candy that you've already eaten, and then watch them be like, "Where is it?" I'm like, "Can you not see it?"
Oh no!
Do you play with the psych patient?
Like, did you take your meds?
Yeah, it's sitting on your lap, man. What is that crawling right there? Oh my god! Yeah. With it being October 22nd, we have our current events page. Are you ready for all the stuff that's going on? Again, the National Day, I feel like there should be one. I don't know why 27 people get a day. On the national
Everybody has to
Yeah.
feel special these days. Everybody.
So it's International Caps Lock Day.
What does that even mean?
That we yell at everybody while we type. Isn't that what caps locks mean?
Yes.
Yeah, you're yelling. Yeah, it's International Yell at Somebody on the Computer Day. It's Lung Health Day. Breathing is important. For all of our medical assistants, today is your day. Welcome. Congratulations. Thanks for being who you are.
Happy CNA Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
by the way, y'all are wonderful people.
Absolutely.
We appreciate y'all more than anything. Y'all have it hard. Y'all do have it hard.
I don't get how assistants do things. Maybe it's because they're like professionals in their field, but anytime I've ever had an assistant or have been assigned an assistant, things that take me hours or days to do, they're done by the time I finish my sentence.
They're good. They're proficient.
How are you so fast? Yeah. All right. It's also National Make a Dog's Day.
I love my doggies.
Yeah.
Love my doggies.
Do they get like extra? You got to go to get a pup cup or something?
Maybe.
Sure.
My dogs have never had one.
What would make your dog's day? A new toy?
All the treats.
All the treats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake, he'd get so excited for a new toy.
A new toy?
Yes.
Ours just want any part of what I'm grilling. They're the sous chef. They're the tasters.
Mine would do the same.
Yeah.
I think they would get excited.
And they're like, "Fat man, hey,
just drop us a little.
How much for a piece of that steak, old man?" Yeah. That's
just
always
drop a piece.
It's National Scar Appreciation Day.
Okay.
Do you appreciate your scars? I don't. Some of them I'm like, I don't want to tell the story of how I got that one.
I mean, my hand burn was a pretty good scar.
Yeah, that would be. It's National Nut Day. We'll let you figure out what kind of nut.
Enjoy that one.
I feel like we got to laugh like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, wow.
He said nut. And it's also Being Smart is Cool Day.
Okay, congratulations, all the nerds.
Yeah, way to bust all the curves, jerks. I don't like you. I don't appreciate your day. Also, on this day in 1835, the first resolution formally creating the Texas Rangers is approved. Not the baseball team, the law enforcement organization.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Big day.
Serbia and Greece declare war on the Ottoman Empire in 1912.
Wow.
Al Capone is convicted of tax evasion in 1931. President Ford in 1974 explains his pardon of Nixon to Congress. All of our young people listening to this are like, what does 1934 mean? They can't even comprehend. Like,
who are these people?
Yeah. Did you know that I poured water down a duck's back? I don't think he minded. My bad dad joke.
I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That was so random.
Yeah. Reed, did you take your meds? The answer is no.
We may have to do a little intermission here. Sorry, guys. Just kidding.
Yeah. Look at what happens when old people get together and talk. You hand him a microphone. It's like, wow, this really happens. Well, so now that we're cruising through our month of October.
I know, it's almost over. It's kind of sad.
We've had Lisa with Crazy Train. Yes. We talked workplace superstitions. We love our police officers, and so we hope you love that episode too. And then today we are going to talk about something pretty interesting, and I think that frightens. I know I have not been as scared in the hospital environment as I was trapped in a small ambulance box.
I think I would be more afraid out in public
with these types of people.
At least in like the hospital setting, you have more control, or at least you can pretend to have a little bit of control.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah,
and you can escape if you need to. A lot easier. Than,
you have a place to run. You can't just like dive out of the back of a moving vehicle and be like, "He tried to eat me." Yeah.
Tuck and roll. Roll.
No, we're not talking about bariatrics. We are talking about psych patients, scary patients, intoxicated patients, the ones that make that make your skin crawl in the non-ick way.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you've probably had some dealings with
more than my share.
Have you ever worked in a like psych unit?
No.
See, I've never.
Probably the closest is a nursing home.
So so we were actually talking about this at work a couple of days ago on the other shifts. They were talking about there's some movies on Netflix that are like documentaries about dementia, and they're like doing the filmings in the home, and it resembles like a demon possessed person.
Oh wow.
It's freaky, scary. Like no thank you. Like sundowner syndrome, I've always heard that's a weird thing, and I've kind of seen.
Oh, it's so real though.
Yeah, I've seen some of our patients. So explain to non-facility personnel what sundowners is.
Okay, so I've worked in so many different areas. I've done nursing home, I've done hospital, I've done a lot of things. Probably like the sundowners, you see it. Oh, how do I put it? Like in a nursing home, you have all these elderly people, and like I remember one specifically years and years and years and years ago. Like I was still kind of a new nurse at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was still LPN back then, and we had this one gentleman, super super nice guy. But as soon as the sun started going down, he would go wild.
So is there like studies or documentation on why the sun going down makes it a thing?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't think I've ever really researched it. I don't know if it's more disorienting because it's dark. I don't know. But I mean, it's literally the sun starts going down and they snap.
Yeah, the couple that I have seen, it like angry.
Yes. I mean,
even old man ever turns into like, I will rip your arms off your body and beat you to death with them. Yeah. Couldn't even get out of bed 2 minutes ago, and now he's crawling on the ceiling and his head is spinning. Like what just happened?
Well, this one gentleman even chased our med aide down the hall one night with a wheelchair. Crap. He was running behind the wheelchair, chasing her down. He ran into the side of her med cart and crashed and burned. I was like, oh my God. It was bad. And then the next morning he woke up, everything was fine. Like nothing ever happened.
So does dementia scare you, or is it because we're detached in our job from the dementia? Like if you had to do like home health care, I wonder what our home health care people would say
what they would say about it. Yeah. I mean, like during the day, I feel like you're pretty safe.
Like
it's at night is when
the movies that I've watched about the dementia stuff, it makes me want to go get checked, because I'm like, I forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And I'm like, oh God, do I have it? Do I need a priest, a psych, or a doctor? Which one do I need to fix this?
I'm just hoping that if I get affected with it, I'm just all the time. I don't want to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And just be safer that way.
Just sit there in your pea-stained whitey tighties and just be like,
pretty much. It's like, as long as I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because I would feel terrible. You wake up the next day and everybody's like, are you okay?
Yeah, when you have your moments of being like A&O, and people are like, do you know what you did last night? And you're like, well, I remember eating pie and I woke up in bed.
That's a win.
I mean, I've had those moments at parties when I was younger, when it was like, okay, help me figure out the last 12 hours, because we were at dinner and I woke up in another house with no clothes on. What happened? And they're like, well, and then they start going down the list and you're like, oh damn,
I did that.
I've never done that before.
Or you fall off the back of a truck, and then the next thing you know, you wake up the next morning and you're like, I'm home.
Yeah. How did I get on this road rash?
I'm like, my shoulder hurts really bad and I think my fingers broke, but I'm home.
Yeah. And they're like, bro, you went off the hook. I'm like, what did you feed me? I'm typically like a very nice, put together person, very calm. But there are some things that I guess just snap me in another dimension. And all of a sudden, I'm like Spider-Man and swinging from trees. And it's like Reed has no clothes on again.
Like, Reed, put your clothes back on.
Yeah. Put your wiener away. Nobody wants to see that. All right. So there are some psych patients, some intoxicated patients that are fun.
They can be. Some of them can be.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, like, all truths be told, I think, like, ER, first responder, police, EMS, even military, when it's psych and it's kind of safe, sometimes you just play with whoever shows up.
I can see that.
I think you've told the story of just like asking the person questions and they kept looking to their side and then trying to figure out
that
why are we here?
Yes,
that one made me start sweating. I got scared. It was like, wow, did you ask that person also in the room with you why they were there? Did you ask?
It was just the weirdest thing. I mean, because you're standing there, you're talking to this singular person sitting on the bed.
Yeah, physically.
Yes, they're just sitting there, and you're like, "Why are you here tonight?" And literally look to their side. Why are we here? And you're like, "Oh God, now I know why you're here."
I'm sorry, what? Yeah. There's certain psych patients that scare me. So like that, when they start talking to, like, audibly, physically talking to somebody that's not there. So I've had in the jail down in Texas, a patient / inmate kept telling me that he doesn't like that you're in the room with me, and he kept pointing like to my left shoulder. So I'm standing in the doorway trying to keep the inmate from escaping and ask them why they're screaming and like literally panicking. And my assumption is detox from some kind of substance.
Surely. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to do an assessment if they fit our detox protocol to start it. But, I get in the room and they could not have crawled more into the opposite corner from where they think or see whatever is going on this thing.
Okay, that's frightening anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's scary.
I mean, they're like, they can't move the bed because it's bolted to the floor, but they've got the mattress pulled up, the blanket pulled up, and they are buried in the corner of that room, scared to death of whatever is in the opposite corner from it.
Wow.
And I'm like, who are you talking to? And he's like, he says the devil. Okay, can I move you to the room across the hall and maybe the devil won't follow you? That was just a dumbass Texas country boy trick, but it worked. He went to sleep.
Okay.
So then I was like, that's the devil's room. Oddly enough, room 6. But,
stay out of room 6 tonight, guys.
Yeah. So those people make me nervous. The ones that make me a different kind of nervous are the intoxicated patients. So I wouldn't call it psych.
So the intoxicated ones, it depends on their behavior.
Yeah.
Some of them can be fun and easy to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got those ones. It's like, quit drinking.
Yeah. Angry psych people. I have had one screaming at all of our nurses, and I was the only male on staff that particular day. And so I came around and was like, tensions are getting rough because this is like the umpteenth time that this drunk person is trying to leave. And literally, like, police is waiting outside for him to leave because we've called police because he's been that much of a problem. And, I'm trying to say, hey, if you'll just sit down, I'll give you something to eat.
Food helps.
Yeah.
Food does help.
And I walk up to him, and he's considerably taller, wider, deeper, in all ways bigger than me, and like lumberjack size.
Oh, wow.
And he just looks me up and down and says, you're not big enough. Okay. This is going to hurt. Listen, sir, you can sit down, or I can give you something to eat, or I can have you sat down. Also, if you're just hell bent on leaving, you're going to jail, and I'm trying to keep you out of jail. Thankfully, he listened, but I have heard stories. I've seen it on the news. I've read it in the paper, on the online forums, social media, everything, where, man, some of our nurses, medics, firemen, I mean, up to the point of like being murdered.
Yeah, I mean, it gets dangerous.
And so that safety aspect, I think, is always scary. And I think it's always kind of in the back of our mind of, anybody could walk through the front door, and we don't really vet them. It's not like we search them and strip them and change them out. Like, I'm starting to understand with patients that are altered by whatever means or substance, of getting them in a gown fast.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't know what they have.
Things are taken away. Yeah.
They could have knives in their pockets.
Yeah.
They can have.
I mean, in our state, we just had somebody walk into the ER and shoot it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a security officer got killed.
Yeah. That's insane. And I've heard that in multiple states. And now there's this whole kind of like national stance from hospitals to churches to any kind of like large place gathering. I think they're changing the way of how they do things.
Well, and they should.
Because
I feel
of the
like,
threat of violence.
Yeah, I mean, because, I've had patients come in and I was doing triage and literally look at the sign or the signs that are posted on the wall. It says that if you attack or do anything to the staff while they're on duty, that it's a felony charge.
Yeah.
And they really asked me, they're like, is this a real thing? And it's like, yeah, it's a real thing. I don't know how many times I've been threatened.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one that the same thing, like it's so hard to deal with them because you don't know if they're going to be violent. You're typically positioned in between them and a door.
Best position.
Yeah.
Easy escape.
Right. And so, yeah, you can get out, but also if they want to leave, they're coming through you to get to that door.
Yes.
And I've had it like, now, granted, I have a very base, blank, demeanor.
Good poker face.
So, and if I'm doing triage, I tend to not look at them. I'm trying to do two things at once. Like, I sit down, start their vitals, and then I'm asking them all the questions.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to fill it out as fast as I can. Because how many times have you been in there that you're going through all the things, and then the very last question of whatever, they go, oh, they figure out, triage is over. They're like, I also have chest pain. And now you've missed your window of getting like a 12 lead in labs and all that stuff. And so I try to do two things at once. So I don't even look at the patient while I'm asking questions. And when you have the psych and intoxicated ones, for whatever reason, that's whether you look at them or don't look at them, it's a coin toss of whether or not which one's offensive.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had one yell at me because I asked them why they were there. Like, what brings you to the hospital today? I don't like your attitude. I'm sorry.
How do I respond to this? Exactly. What did I do? What do I need to do?
I mean, to be like, what brings you to the ER? We're so glad you're here. Yay. Would you like a lollipop? And, we have the other patients where I'm like, give me all the Zyprexa as fast as you can. Which brings me to the other one, like the other patients that you have that are like repeat offenders, right? I say that because, coming from law enforcement, EMS, repeat offenders, the frequent flyer patients, the ones that come in that have either a drug or alcohol history or a mental health history. And what's so much fun is like one day they come in and maybe they have like a toothache and they're like the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
You're like,
oh, I can deal with you.
Yeah. Yes. Betsy would be so much fun to hang out with had I not known her history. That person that's sitting right there today, coolest person I've ever met, nicest person I've ever met, friendliest person I've ever met. The next time they come in, it sounds like 8 voices are screaming at the same time at different octaves coming out. You're like, oh shit, she's possessed.
She forgot her meds today.
Yeah. And just screaming. And one of the sadistic fun things that I love is when you see that the meds are working.
Oh, yes.
And so it's just like, kill me now. And then like 5 minutes later, it's like, kill me now. Kill me. And you're like, all right, let's get our vitals. Let's do it.
Let's do that head CT real quick while they're out since they hit their head.
Yeah, put her on the bed. Let's go. All right. What are the scariest patients to you?
I just don't like the alcoholics, the drunks that they bring in. Because like a lot of the time they want to fight as soon as they start sobering up a little bit.
And it's always the smallest ones.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the 5'2", like,
they're ready to fight.
Like Ginger Kid. It's like the leprechaun comes out.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Yeah. I mean, because they come in, generally they're so drunk that they just lay there and let you do the things. And then when they start sobering up a little bit is when they get mean. And it's like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Because you can't talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Forget trying to reason.
No, there's nothing. Yeah. You can just smile and say hi, and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to whoop your ass.
You know what it is? You know what it isn't? What it isn't is what it is. So there. And you're like, okay.
I followed every word.
Yeah. Do you have any health problems? Your mom has health problems. And you're just like, she probably does. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Lots of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I need to, you know what? Never mind, Frank.
Hopefully you've been here before.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you have. You were drunk last week too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't sober then. You're going through the history. And you're like, did we ever get a history on Frank? No. Shit. Okay.
Oh, he's been drunk every time.
Yeah. What's fun is to like pick them up at their house. I've seen them before where they're like, man, what is that diagnosis when you kind of go into a psychosis while you're detoxing?
Oh.
So it's a thing, and it's usually off of like street drugs. I just lost it. It just came to me and then it left. Yeah, dementia. We got to do this before the sun goes down, or otherwise I'm going to get weird.
It's going to be real sundowny around here
today. Yeah. But they're typically like hyperventilating, tachypnic, tachycardic, hypertensive. Usually you find them naked and like trying to drink out of people's water hose or ponds or whatever. They're just like extreme thirst. And typically PD will get there, wrestle with them, and then through all the wrestling will cause a cardiac event. And several of them have died in custody. This phrase.
Oh, wow.
If I figure out what it is, I'll put it in the show notes. But that was the scariest thing for us at EMS because we had a few of those.
Oh.
And it ended up changing the protocols where if we suspected that it was this form of like drug detox psychosis, you went without lights and sirens. You didn't want flashy things because they were like moths to flames.
Oh.
They'd superhuman strength.
Oh, you mean like people on PCP?
So yeah, I mean, kind of similar to that. But it was, man, I can't believe I forgot the name of that diagnosis. But yeah, several have died in custody while you're trying to get them stopped because they're freaking everybody out. They're like smashing windows, smashing doors, drinking out of the koi pond naked, running down the street in the middle of the night.
I don't know that I've heard of this.
It's I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the show notes what it is. But those patients scared me. Drunks would scare me in the back of an ambulance, not so much in a hospital.
I mean, you don't have easy escape in the back of an ambulance. I mean, they start acting a fool, you're screwed.
Yeah. Well, and then it's like, what do? Do you tackle them? You hold them down? Good luck trying to get PD to come with you because they have a job to do too.
Yeah.
And they've done their job. They've handed the person off to you. And it was either, You know, Daryl, you're either going to go to jail or you can go to the hospital with the paramedics.
Where you can go to the hospital and act a damn fool.
Yeah, and so they say, I want to go to the hospital. I don't want to go to jail. Okay, you know, and at that point they're fine, but you get them in the back of the ambulance, and you know it triggers and flips again,
Yep.
and then you've got this drunk person that's not restrained.
Uh-huh.
In any way.
Yep.
You know,
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, all over the back of that 8x8 box.
Yes.
You know? And, you know, you're just like looking at Tony that's driving up front. And you're like, drive faster, please drive faster.
Get me there quick.
You know, or stop, get out. Yeah, you can leave if you want to leave, but I'm not fighting you today.
No.
Yeah,
that's one thing I will not do. They start wanting to fight, I'm out. Deuces. Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't fall down because I don't want to do the paperwork.
Yeah. Then you got to rely on like security. And then it becomes a whole like admin question and answer thing of like, why did you let them leave? I'm like, would you have stopped them?
I won't. I will not put myself at risk. I just won't do it. I refuse.
Yeah.
If you're going to act a damn fool and try to whoop my ass, no.
Yeah.
You don't pay me enough to get my ass whooped.
Bye. I'll call whatever local PD is there or sheriff's office.
I ain't doing it.
Trooper. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So don't be looking at Cole to be trying to wrestle people to the ground. No. Not doing it. Pay me more money. I want some bonuses.
I think the psych patients and the intoxicated ones come up with like the best one-liners. They have the funniest things to say. Like I had one sit down. I don't know how this person walked in, but sat down in front of me, and I'm like, why are you here? He goes, why are you here? Like, well, I'm getting paid to be here. And he's like, well, that's not fair. Like, okay. I'm like, do you have any medical problems? And he's like, your stepdad knows. And I was like, I don't even have a stepdad. How do I, what? He's like, he's got all the answers. And I'm like, who is my, how? Like, he totally threw me off my game. It's just like, it wasn't even a your mom joke. I was kind of going, but it was like a your stepdad joke. And I'm like, so now I'm some illegitimate kid that has a stepdad that I don't even know that I have. So this is all going through my brain. I'm like, is this really happening? Why is he messing with me so much right now? I had one of the most embarrassing ones is we had a psych patient down in Texas. This was decades ago. PD gets called because she's walking around the neighborhood, a very well-to-do neighborhood, with an axe and a shotgun.
She was serious.
Well, granted, it's Texas. He could be looking for a rabbit, you know.
True.
But yeah, walking around with an axe and a shotgun. By the time we get cleared to go into the house, this person has taken like all of her lipstick and written messages on the wall, and I guess recorded all these things to like Alexa. It's Alexa, right? The little AI thing that you can speak to. Yeah, play me music.
Yeah.
I guess she was convinced that her husband was cheating on her. Her husband says she's been off her meds for a couple of days. They found a giant baggie of what they assumed was full of weed, and it had been completely smoked.
Oh God.
And there's all these like weird messages. Like one was literally, I know what you did last summer, and I laughed. And all the PD is like, and they're pointing to their cameras that are on. And I was like, man, y'all have got to tell me when I walk through the door. I am not camera appropriate. But, you know, these weird messages. I think she killed the cat.
Oh, wow.
And kept talking about how the cat knew what happened and didn't tell me. I'm like, okay. And so as she's talking, I'm looking at her because they have all the lights off.
Uh-huh.
And I keep looking at her mouth and I'm like, what the fuck is on your, why is everything around your lips pink? And inside your mouth is even brighter pink. So I'm like, I look at my medic partner and I look back and my medic partner's like, yep. I was like, what is that? What is that? And the cop was like, oh, she ate her lipstick. I was like, oh, okay. So after like an hour, we get her talked in. She's POEC'd, which in Texas, it's a police order of emergency like detainment.
Detainment. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's got to go get checked out at the ER, which yay for them. Right. I had no idea how awful, why I got so many looks when I brought in psych patients to the ER, but now I get it.
The hate.
Oh yeah.
The hate. They're like.
So she agrees to go to the ER. And by this time, she's gone from angry, hateful, like this is like hours into this whole ordeal for her, to she is super affectionate. Inappropriately affectionate. And she realizes that 2 firemen and a cop are taking her to the hospital. So she gets in, she gets on the stretcher, like we walk her into the ambulance, and she gets on the stretcher. She's cuffed to it because she's had some outbursts, and kind of loosely cuffed. And so it's a nighttime call. So we're in our t-shirt and just our bunker pants. You know, the cop is sitting behind her just in case something happens. He has to go because she's restrained by them, and you know she's being detained by them. But I have to take her blood pressure, and so ambulances are pretty close quarters.
Yeah,
and so I like am not thinking, but I like move her arm to the inside of my left leg. I'm sitting on her left side, you know, wrap the cuff around. And then all of a sudden, like she has got a death grip on the crotchular region of my bunker pants. Thank God they were sagging because she would have ruptured everything. And she's like, you know, so this is going to be explicit. She's like, you firemen's got big dicks. You got a big dick, don't you? And my partner looks, he's like, I don't think so. That's like, what? Thanks, man. And so she looks at him and she's like, I bet you got one too. She's like, take your pants off. And I was like, what is happening? Looking at the cop like, are you still, you know, pointing at the camera? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, turn it off. So then she's like, you ever seen that show Magic Mike?
Oh my
like,
God.
wow, no, this is not happening. Yeah, no ma'am. So we get an IV in her. We get her mildly sedated because she's like reaching, grabbing for both of us. She's starting to kind of kick again. So we follow our orders and get her calmed down. We drop her off at a teaching hospital.
Okay.
In Texas. So it's that time of year where all the baby nurses are there, all the baby doctors are there, all the baby specialists are there.
Oh, wow.
And so they are all in this woman's room.
It's exciting for them. They're like, oh, what is this? It's like a whole new toy.
There's like 6 baby nurses plus the 2 staff nurses. There's the doctor plus his residents and medical students. And then it's some specialist and his little baby specialist. And everybody's in this room, and it's me, the cop, my medic partner, wheel her in, get her moved over. Like, you know, hey, thanks, lady. You know, she's actually with it enough at this point to sign. We get, you know, staff to sign just in case. And I kind of like, at that point, you had to finish your report at the hospital before you could leave, and then like send a copy of your EMS report, and then you could leave. And so I peek back in and I say, hey, see you later. Thanks. And they're all still in the room doing all the things. And she's like, hey, fireman. She's like, yeah. And she's like, thanks for that big dick. And that's like, fuck. Because all 20 sets of eyes kind of turn and look, and they're like, what? And I wanted to be funny and be like, how do you think I got her calmed down? But I was just kind of like, okay, awkward. And turn around and walk off.
That is awful.
The quickest way to shut up a fireman or a cop is to sit there and start talking about inappropriate things and be like, one, it's like, I want to giggle, but I can't because I'm on camera. You know, 2, part of you wants to have fun with it, not the inappropriate get fired fun, but like talk to the psych person that shows up in the way that the psych person is showing up.
That makes sense. I mean, it
Yeah.
keeps it entertaining anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like
When they're like, do you see the bugs that are crawling everywhere? And I'm like, yeah, you see the blue one? Like, let her keep going. But that's just my own twisted sense of humor. But then you got to be professional and you be like, sir, there's no bugs. And then I'm like, wow, I'm sitting here trying to reason objectively with somebody who's hallucinating.
And now I itch.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of bugs are we talking?
Right. Have you ever had them come in where you like, hey, let's get you into a gown, and like then all the they're clearly intoxicated on drugs and kind of violent and psychish, but then like all the drugs start falling out and you're like, oh, let's call the cops.
Yeah. Yes.
That also makes it a scary thing.
Yes. We had somebody with I can't remember what it was. I think it was marijuana taped to their toes.
To their toes?
To their toes. We took their shoes off and the marijuana was taped underneath their toes.
Gross. Talk about skunk weed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you have marijuana taped to your toes?
Oh my
like,
goodness.
what is going on here?
Man, we've EMS was always fun showing up on psych calls. We had one that was a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Oh wow.
And we were across the street at the hospital. I mean, this thing was literally like a block away. And so we bounced, we jumped it. We're like, this will be easy. We're gonna get this one, and maybe we can take a break for a little bit. And so we show up at the same time UPS is showing up to deliver a package. The UPS guy is like walking up to the door. I'm like, hey man, you might not want to. Oh, he's like, oh, are y'all coming here? And I'm like, yeah, gunshot. And he's like, oh, he just drops the box in the front yard.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out.
So we hear that it was, self-inflicted GSW to the head.
Oh wow. And
so we're like, let's just go call it, but he's done. As we're walking through the front door, dispatch is like, medic, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, go ahead. Like, do not make entry. Scene is not safe. Patient is fighting spouse for the weapon. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh my God.
So sure enough, a 45 caliber pistol under the chin came out through the left eye. And this patient was still moving and fighting. One of the guns.
Oh my God.
We took this patient to obviously a trauma center, but sitting straight up, holding their own suction, and getting everything bandaged and cleaned. I've been in the room where a guy cut himself intentionally with a knife. And when we walked in, PD was there. Guy is kind of arguing in the kitchen over the island where the knife still is with the wife, because he believed that the wife had an affair.
Oh no.
And they're still arguing. The cops really doing nothing. We're like, what's going on? Like, I'm looking around the room. There's like rifles next to the door. There's a big like watermelon cutting knife on the table. And so the spouse kind of goes, what do you want me to do? And he was like, I guess nothing, and took a knife and went shook right underneath his chin and came out in his nostril.
Oh my God.
And we were like, oh, oh no. And, all of a sudden now the cops are active.
I mean, what do we do now?
And we're just like, did you just see that? We're like, the whole bruh statements. I think that's where they started. Like, whoa, dude, that came out your left nostril. That had to hurt. So now he's got this blade sticking there, and we're trying to ask him questions like, can you breathe?
My God.
Right? What do we need to do? And he gets frustrated. We tell him, just say yes or no. And he gets frustrated and pulls it out. So now he's bleeding everywhere. My medic partner's sitting there, and he's got this gigantic, like, machete in his hand. We're like, oh God, Robin, get the knife away. And Like, how do we bandage this?
I probably would have just turned around and walked out at that point. I would have been like, I give up. I don't even know what
No,
to do.
what made it worse is trying to walk him out. I slipped and fell in the blood.
Oh God.
So then it, like all caked down my leg. I was so pissed. We've had to where Narcan's fun. Speaking of like psych and intoxicated patients, you learn real quick like how fast to give Narcan, where to stand after you give Narcan.
Oh, you don't want to get puked on.
No, or punched.
Or punched.
Yeah.
They do get super angry.
Yeah.
They get very angry.
Waking
Take away that high.
Yeah.
That is so mean.
It's always fun to have like your new, on the medic side, it's fun to have your new medic because you always sit at the head of the patient. So you're behind them. And it's like, well, student medic, what do you want to go? Well, I think we should give Narcan. Okay, cool. Yeah, give it. Do your thing. You sit there and watch, and then they're standing like right in front of their face and they're real close, like making sure that they're, I'm like, you're going to, you don't want to push it fast, but you don't want to push it slow.
Just, a good steady push. You're good.
Get it in there. And then they have to change their uniform because they got puke on them. Like, now you know where not to stand.
Or punched really hard. One of the two.
Yeah. Have you ever had like the naked patient in the ER like take off just running?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, but you don't remember?
I don't remember specifically. We've had some wild ones.
So our gunshot one that we almost walked into the house when he was fighting over the gun, we got told by the hospital that he escaped the room naked there and was running around through the hospital.
we got this old man one time when I worked in the ER. It's been years ago. And he was actually, what is it, the code silver thing that they call, like when an elderly person goes missing?
Oh, yeah.
And he was the person they called it on, and he was from a whole nother state.
When you get like the alerts on your phone and stuff.
Yeah, he was one that they called it on. And he ended up in the town that I worked in, not even near where he came from. And he was so confused. I remember he was in the bed, and then all of a sudden he escaped the bed and he was running through the ER. We had to hold him down and carry him back to the bed. That dude was strong too.
Yeah.
I think I had his legs and he was pushing me all over the damn place, and I was trying to carry him back to the bed.
Listen, tell me if I'm right or wrong. The strongest patients that come into the hospital are pediatrics that have to get numbed up for sutures.
They got some fight.
I have been kicked to the ceiling
by
a 4-year-old.
They do not want those sutures.
And then you get the provider like, you gonna hold him down or what? I'm like, I'm trying. He's burritoed and everything. This kid is like levitating off the bed. How about you hurry up?
They do have like some horse kicks going on.
Oh my gosh. I've left with like bruises. I've been throat punched. I've had my eyeballs ripped out, kicked to the ceiling. I'm pretty sure one of the 2-year-olds cussed me out one time. But man, I
don't know, those pediatric screams. Oh my God.
I can't. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm old. That shit hurts my ears.
Listen, I wear hearing aids that have a mute function. And so I hit mute when we're ready to work, and I am cut off from the world. They can say I'm just
hearing nothing.
But also I'm sitting there like Helen Keller, and everybody's trying to talk to me to do something, and I'm just like, Finally somebody has to tap me, and I'm like, oh, click, and turn them back on and be like, what?
You need something.
Yeah. Sorry. Now they get mad. They're like, did you mute those things again? I'm like, yes. All the time.
I don't know. It's that scream. And it's like, it hurts my ears. I'm like, I'm old. You're going to make me deaf.
Yeah.
Deeper than I already am.
Yeah. You always leave those rooms and they call out your name and you're like, what?
Did you say something?
Yeah.
Can you talk louder?
It's still ringing and burning. Also, I'm bleeding. And then like 5 minutes later, they're the nicest kid ever, and you have to hand them a sucker, and you just want to slap them with it. I don't. Have you said you're scary? Do you remember your scariest? What's the one that like fits October?
I'm trying to think. I mean, because I've had so many crazy patients. It's funny.
But you handle the scary stuff better than I do. Like me, I automatically go to demon possession, and then it just makes me nervous, and I sit there and like pee a little, and I just want to run out of the room. You know?
I mean, like the one that was talking to his invisible friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't really scare me. It was kind of like, I was like, it's inappropriate, but I'd be like, what did your friend say?
Yeah.
What'd your friend tell you?
Yeah. Does he want something to eat?
Is he hungry too? Do you need 2 trays?
That's what I talk about, like messing with the psych patient on their level. It's like you just want to play with whatever they bring to you.
I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
You need to be inclusive.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe not, but that's not the point.
Listen, I have from working in the jail, we've had our psych females that like to do art work with their monthly cycle products. Oh. And then they're like, you know, hey, Reed, go in and get them. I'm like, hey, here's my 2-week notice effective immediately.
or like the dementia patients painting.
Yeah.
With Val.
Yeah.
We had one. Oh my God.
I've had one that ate it.
She would dig it out, roll it in a ball, and throw it at you. So you were very fast when you walked by the room. She'd be throwing that stuff out the door at you.
Throwing her little rabbit turds?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So when you got to her door, it's like, okay, get ready to walk fast.
No, I had one.
You speed walk by.
I had one that ate it.
What? Oh.
I've had him do the artwork. I've had him try to throw it before. We had an angry patient in the jail one time that soaped himself up in the shower, like got completely soaped up, flooded the floor, was like, you're gonna have to come get me. It was like the Keystone Cops, like 12 of us went in there to bum rush him and get him down, but fell all over, couldn't stand up because you're slipping all over the floor. You're trying to wrestle this greased pig that's running around. You can't, like, every time you hold something, it just slips out. You know, you can't get an arm bar, a leg lock, or nothing. You know, it's just slipping everywhere, and he's just laughing his ass off. By the end of it, we're all laughing. You know, I told him when we finally got it, he was like, that was fun. I was like, I'm going to remember that one. I don't know how fun, but you definitely were creative. Always the little ones are the most angry when they're drunk, I think.
I would have to agree with that.
It's like the 4'11", 5 foot tall Hispanic females. I have never been whipped harder, longer, and faster than by a little midget Hispanic lady that doesn't speak English that's drunk. You know, I mean, literally just, I've seen them like cartoon bounce people off of them. It's like trying to tackle a bowling ball. And my scary one, I think the patient that made me the most nervous, it was an early EMS patient, was kind of like, he wasn't talking to his friend in the room, but he kept saying, I'm being told to kill you.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, 1, you could. And 2, I'm just trying to get you to the hospital. And so I really had to use like my verbal judo, like talking techniques to keep that person calm, you know, not try to agitate him. That's my other thing with psych patients, is that even just talking objectively angers them.
You just can't really, I don't know, what's a good word for it? You can't
like if you present consequences, if you do this, then this is what
no,
then
like,
they get angry.
Like you can't even just talk to them like you would talk to anybody else, because every single thing you say, they either take it wrong or they think you're yelling at them.
Manipulate it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, all I asked, well, like your situation.
Like my person.
Yes,
I'm just asking why you're here. I don't like your attitude. Oh, okay.
What do I do with that?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's kind of like, it's like you walk in with snacks and you just like slide them underneath the door. Like, did they eat them? Did they eat the Reese's peanut butter cup?
Will you be my friend now?
That's got the Versed in it. Man, I love October. I love scary patients. I'm excited even more so for next week's ghost stories.
Yes. Yes,
So
yes.
if you are one of our listeners and you like the ghost stories, you still have a week to tell us ghost stories and we can add it to the show up until the moment right before it posts.
We can do a whole special show.
Yeah.
We're game.
Yeah, we can keep rolling. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do an extra.
Yeah. Or if you want to tell a story, we'll get you on.
Tell us your psych patients. Tell us your ghost stories. Tell us your things that remind you of. Oh, yeah. We also had them, their homework was, what are they going to dress up as if they're working on Halloween?
Yes. We want to know.
Oh, my other favorite thing about Halloween is the jails. The funnest time to watch people get released from jail is November 1st.
Uh-oh.
Because they have to leave in what they came to the jail
in.
Okay. So they leave in their Halloween costume.
You must have had a rough Halloween.
It's always funny to see like the 6'2" guy in like the wedding dress walk out just looking ragged and hungover. Like, oh, you poor fella, you couldn't handle your Alka-Seltz.
You had a little bit too much fun.
If you need a day date for November 1st, go to your county jail and watch them release the inmates that are there for PI in their Halloween costumes. But man, we are so glad. What did we figure out today? We are at the time of this recording, we are in 2 countries.
Yes.
78 cities.
I think so.
And 30 states.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. So thank you guys. All of you guys that are listening, that continue to listen and continue to download. We also heard that people are having like office listening parties.
Thank you guys for that.
To our show. Yeah, we love it. But also make sure that you go and download the show because that only helps us. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, the download button, whatever it is on your podcast forum. We're on all of them now, right?
I believe we are. I think we're on everything.
Every podcast forum. We still have our Instagram.
Yeah.
We still have our Facebook, all at Unhinged Essentials. Our email, unhingedessentials@yahoo.com.
Yep.
And then there is serious talk and consideration and thought and pre-work going into potentially a TikTok.
Yeah, still got a lot of research to do on that.
I know.
So
I have never felt more like an old person than looking at TikTok.
Yeah. And I've been kind of lazy, so I'm gonna have to do a little more serious digging.
And if you are a person that needs community service hours that knows how to make TikToks, we will give you service hours for that.
Oh, real? Or have any idea on how to do this tech stuff? That would be awesome.
Yeah. But we are so excited that so many of you are listening. We are knocking on the door, like moving quick towards 1,000. That was kind of like our first big goal was 250, then 500.
Yeah.
And now the train is rolling towards 1,000. That was our big goal.
Yeah.
And we're 10 episodes in.
11.
And this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'll shut up.
At the time of this, 10 episodes in.
Old age, dementia. Sorry. I'm going to have the sundowners later.
Yeah. I'll make sure you have chocolate.
Okay.
Get you your Werthers. But we're so excited that you guys are listening and having fun with this. We love that you talk to us in person. It helps our old age if you send us stuff in writing.
Yeah, because we'll be able to see it and remember it and hold on to it and love it. And
we're like Meemaw and Pepaw. You have to handwrite a thank you note or handwrite your letter to us so that we can remember it and pin it up on the refrigerator and be like, look at what we did.
Yes. We get excited. We get excited about those things.
But thank you guys for listening again and having fun with us and hanging out. Again, happy Halloween. Happy October. I'm so excited for the Burr months.
Watch the scary movies.
Yeah. What? And don't forget the candy for yourself for Halloween.
Yes.
Hugs and cuddles.
Loves and kisses.